share with you a very delicious recipe. It's the sauce for the enchiladas. Enchilada sauce that I know that you guys are going to love. Instead of going and buying those enchilada sauce at the supermarket, why not make it at home and add your special touch? But first things first, my apron is on, my hands are clean, and I am ready to show you my ingredients. My ingredients: black pepper, Mexican oregano, garlic cloves, cumin in powder, table salt. And I have guajillo chili pods, pasilla chili pods, apple vinegar or any kind of vinegar you have at home, vegetable oil, and water. These are the only ingredients you need to make this delicious enchilada sauce at home. So let's get started. I want to start with my saucepan, and I'm adding 2 cups of water, and I'm just gonna take them to the stove and start warming up this water. While the water is getting nice and warm, I am going to continue with my guajillo chilies. I'm gonna go ahead and just opening them through the middle, taking all the seeds completely off, and even the little vein inside of the chili, of the guajillo chili, so that it doesn't come out that spicy. Look at this. This is the part that really takes a longer time because you need to open the chili completely in order to get all the seeds out. I removed all the seeds out of the pasilla chili and even the veins. And now let's go ahead and start getting them nice and hot. We're gonna go ahead and roast them, making sure that we just roast them and we don't burn them. Once you start smelling the smell of the chiles, then that's a good indication that the chiles are getting nice and roasted. And be careful, because once they start smelling like chiles, then they could easily burn. So the water is almost boiling. You could still see it here. But when you start seeing your chiles getting nice and roasted, put them directly into the water. Let it simmer just for 1 or 2 minutes, and then let's cover it. And let's leave it covered for at least 5 to 8 minutes. After those minutes, now the chiles are nice and hydrated. And now I'm just going to go ahead and add them to my blender. I have 3 garlic cloves. I'm going to add them in here. Let's cover it and let's go take it and blend it completely. And you know something? It really doesn't take too long. After this is nice and blended, all the chiles are blended, we're going to put them through a sifter. The reason that we're putting them through a sifter is that we could catch all the skin of the chiles. That's exactly what we don't want. So we're going to go ahead and just mix it around. We're going to be adding a little bit at a time of the sauce so that we could start moving it around and getting all the skin of the chiles, because that's exactly what you don't want. And I will show you that step. You want to make sure that you add all your salsa in here and then move it around and get all the bottom juices of the sifter. And this is exactly what you don't want. This is all the skin of the chiles. This I'm going to discard, and my salsa now here is, look at this. It's nice and thick, nice and creamy, and now we are ready to go cook this salsa. Here on the same saucepan, I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil. And we want the vegetable oil to get nice and hot before we add the red salsa. Once we add the red salsa, we're going to start adding our spices. I have here the cumin, the salt, the black pepper, the Mexican oregano. I'm going to put them in between my hands and I'm just going to rub them in just like that. I'm going to mix everything completely, get everything incorporated. Once everything is incorporated, I'm going to add my apple vinegar. The apple vinegar is going to help the salsa stabilize and be in your refrigerator for a little longer period. And here I have the chicken bouillon with tomato. I'm going to go ahead and just pull it apart and add it in here. We're going to be mixing it. It's going to cook for about 8 minutes in medium or very low heat until you see these little bubbles on the top. You move them around and you just let it simmer, let it cook slowly so that this salsa comes out delicious and very thick. Just like this. Look at the spoon. You could really see how thick it is. And this is exactly how you want it for your delicious enchiladas. And once your salsa is ready, let's put it aside and let me show you what am I going to do. I'm going to prepare myself some cheese enchiladas. And I have here fresh Mexican cheese with onion, diced onion, sour cream, and my 3 tortillas. My pan is nice and hot, and I'm going to go ahead and add my 3 tortillas. I want them to get nice and warm, but not crispy. Once they start getting nice and soft and nice and pliable, I'm going to go ahead and remove them. Now that I have removed them, I'm going to go ahead and start dipping them into the red salsa, just like this. This salsa really comes out so delicious that I know you guys are going to love this salsa for your enchiladas. Look at this. Once you make this salsa, I am sure that you're no longer going to go to the supermarket to buy a can of red salsa enchilada sauce. And here I'm adding my fresh cheese with a little bit of the diced onion. And I'm going to start rolling up my enchiladas like taquitos. Here at home, my kids really love these enchiladas. And now I am ready to pour some sauce right on the top, making sure that I cover completely these delicious enchiladas. And I'm going to go ahead and add some sour cream on the top. And of course, some cheese. Fresh cheese on the top. I can't wait to eat these delicious enchiladas. I am ready for the presentation and I'll see you in a bit. Completely done with this delicious enchilada sauce. I made myself 3 enchiladas with fresh cheese and a little bit of diced onion, some sour cream. My mouth is already watering and I am ready to taste my delicious enchiladas. Let's see how they came out. I wish you were here to taste them with me. Excuse me. The flavor of the enchilada sauce It's so delicious. It's nice and smooth and nice and creamy. This sauce just came out amazing. I hope, my friends, you could give it a try. Make this delicious sauce at home instead of going and buying those enchilada cans. Why not make it at home? When you cook with love, everything comes out delicious. If you liked and loved my recipe, I invite you to subscribe, leave me a thumbs up, share my video on social media with your friends, with your relatives, so Cooking with Gloria keeps growing. Don't forget to push that notification bell. And if you did, leave it activated. So every time I make a delicious recipe, yes, you are going to be notified. Before I say I see you soon, I wish you nothing but the best. Peace and love. And of course, I will stay enjoying these delicious homemade enchiladas. See you on my next delicious recipe. Bye-bye.